Salakia family, I just got up. The Lord gave me a couple of precepts before I open my eyes and everything, so I just want to go over them. May Lord willing this be exhorting to the hopeful elect. Uh, First and foremost, let's give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rechak, Kodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. We're going to go into faith. We're going to go into hope. Today, we're going to go into receiving that faith, that blessing of being exposed, to what's really going on around us, according to the word, according to prophecy, according to I envision it like it's 3-4 o'clock in the morning, a.m. in the morning, and we're on a ship. We're on a ship, and we all got our own cabinets. We all tucked away in our own cabinets, and we all sleep. Everybody in a deep sleep. Something happens and the ship is going down extremely fast. And the watchers of the ship, right? The captain of the ship and the watchers, the ones that's awakened, that notice that the ship is going down. The only thing they can do is run down every corridor, tap on the door, and yell out, "SO, SO, SO," which to me is the place of the prophets, right? We're those men running down every corridor. It's a big ship. It's going down fast, and we don't got time to sit there and knock on everybody's individual door and tell them, "Hey, wake up, wake up." We're on the highways and hedges. We're just warning people. It's time to get up. The Lord said this is about to happen. America is the ship. The ship is going down. But when they came across all these corridors, the Lord put the Spirit on you to wake up and see the truth. To hear the truth. To hear that knock, that the Lord said, "I'll knock on your door." He said, "Knock on the door," right? The door of our hearts. Okay? So you're not crazy. The ship is going down fast, and the Lord put the Spirit on you to hear that word. SO, SO, ship going down. Get up. Put on a life jacket. The word of Yahweh Shai Shai is that life jacket. Okay? It's cleansing you. It's preparing you for what's to come. It's getting your spirit right. It's not like the more and more I hear these Christians, these so-called Christians, right? Their doctrine is to pretty much stay here. Stay and become a better slave, a better worker, a better person to the evil, to the wicked. Accept the things of the wicked. That's not what the Lord set up the ministry for. Yahweh Shai himself said, "I come not to bring peace, but a sword." But the doctrine of this world, Christianity, so-called Christianity, is all about love everybody accepted, no matter what they done, unless they do it to you. And for some people, even if they do it to you, we can't tell this government, what to do to somebody that does something to our family members. Like this government is, they make money off of jails, right? In the scriptures, if you go off, you do something you ain't supposed to be doing, especially when you've been warned, you get sent back to the spirit world. That way to keep taxpayers don't have to keep on paying extra money for your ignorance. You just get sent back to the spirit world. Bye. See you in 3 to 4 generations, if the Lord wants it to be like that. But let me get this. I got a couple of precepts, and I got a few minutes. Matthew chapter 13, verse 16. Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Yeah. Walking through that, we were all in a deep sleep. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, deceived the whole world to believe a bunch of bullshit. You know, today is one of the bullshits. They even put it in the Bible about Easter. But when you do your due diligence, you do your research, you go back to what that word meant. You know, in the past, it was matter of fact, I got the blue letter right here. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can get it. It's not what I want to go into, but just to bring some clarification, lessons within lessons. Okay. Yeah. Acts 12 and 4. To give context, I'm gonna start at verse 1. Now about the time of Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church. All right. Herod was the Edomite. And he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. And what are the days of unleavened bread? Can y'all tell me that, Christian church? Can y'all tell us what are the days of unleavened bread? Do y'all keep that? No. Y'all don't keep that, the days of unleavened bread? Because the Passover already happened, right? In the middle of March. I forget what day it was this year, but that happened toward the middle of March already. And, you know, there was a time of high level demonic energy going out and all this and that. And damn near a whole month later, then Esau come with this bullshit. Right? This is one of his deceptions. And get the whole world celebrating bunny rabbits laying eggs. And it go back to old ancient custom where they were boiling eggs or coloring eggs with blood. You guys are satanic and don't even know it. You know, or them, not you guys, you know, but them guys, you know, because the Lord didn't give them the gift of faith to see and to hear the truth. Let me continue. It says, and when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to four quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Now, when you go to the interlinear in the Strongs, you go down to that word Easter. It's G3956.
Strong's G3957. Pascha.
Salakia. 57. I said 56, Salakia. Yeah, it's 57, Salakia. G59, 3957. Pascha. What does it mean? Outline of biblical usage. I'm gonna jump down to the fourth explanation. It says the Pascha feast, the feast of the Passover, extending from the 14th to the 20th day of the month Nisan. All right. and that's the feast of unleavened bread. All right, that's when we don't eat nothing with leaven in it for a whole week. Do the Christian church know anything about that? These are disciplines that they have left, that they had done without, according to the word of Yahweh Shemel Shai. You know, the Lord said, if they speak not according to this word, it's because there's no light in them. Once again, we were all in the dark. We were all riding in a deep blue sea in the middle of the night. It was totally dark. We had no idea. The Lord sent men down to the bottom of the ship to go throughout all the corridors. Don't have time to, hey, wake up. Only thing they're doing is banging and running, banging and running, banging and running. Man on the highways and hedges, that's what we're doing. We're banging on the doors, and then we running. Whoever else is supposed to hear it is going to hear the word. Whoever wake up is going to wake up. We're not here to make the word of Yahweh Shemel Shai is what has to wake you up. He gives the increase. And we have to come to the understanding that the Lord has an elect. The Lord's not dealing with everybody. You got your loved ones, you got family members, you got friends, you got neighbors, you got people that you genuinely might want to get it, but you tell them. And what are they doing? They're going about their normal day. They're still asleep. They didn't hear the voice. Echoing. SO, ship going down. They're not inquiring. The Lord said when you go out here in the highways and hedges to inquire who is worthy. Who is worthy? The Lord has not made everybody worthy. And even those that the Lord has woken, put the Spirit on to receive, to become a part of the circumcision. It's painfully sad, but justifiable that not even all of them are truly woken, or they haven't converted. They haven't converted, or they're not trying to convert. They're stuck. They're stuck in limbo. They're stuck between the kingdom and the earth. They're stuck between the world to come and this world, and they can't get through it. It's like they, what do you say in the Christian church? You can't straddle the fence. They straddling the fence. The word heard wasn't mixed with faith. They lacked faith. They lacked that gift. Yahweh Shai didn't give them that gift. Let me go back to the precept where I was at. And I'm going to have to close out in a minute. It's crazy, man. There's never enough time, man. These fools want me to come in earlier. But the Lord knows what he's doing. It's a blessing, If it wasn't meant to happen, if we wasn't meant to go through it, the Lord wouldn't put us through it, Matthew 13 and 17. No, I'm going to do 16 again. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. You're waking up. You're putting on your clothes, right? Because you don't want to go out there and be butt naked, right? You put on the clothes of Yahweh Shemel Shai. This knowledge, this wisdom, and the understanding. You're going out into the cabinet, into the corridor, and you're also screaming, right? You're also waking people up, trying to wake people up. Not all of them are going to get up. All of them are in a deep sleep, or the majority of them people are in a deep sleep. And the prophets, those that's been sent down to warn us, they say, okay, it's time to go up. It's time to go up. It's time to go back up. We got to get to the top of the ship before it go down, And getting to the top of the ship is fighting to get in them chariots. Fighting to get in the chariot by being obedient to Yahweh Shemel Shai, by being obedient to his word, by believing in his word. Because you hear and you see the importance. You see what's going on. You see what's happening. And you're not tarrying. What did the Lord say? Let me see if I can get it. Tarry, not to turn. Yeah. Ecclesiasticus chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 4. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering; he will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. All right. So don't think that just because the Lord didn't execute vengeance speedily, that He's not taking count. Don't believe for 1 minute that He's not taking count. That He's not your work of disbelief gives Him furthermore reason to not save you or to not clean you up, to not help you put on those clothes, to keep for you to stay naked, or either put on those nasty, filthy garments. Where's your wedding garment? Where's your wedding garment? You know what happened to the man that came to the wedding without the proper wedding garment on? Gnashing of teeth. And that's going to be the majority of our people. When Jacob's trouble pursue, when the sword, when the famine hit, when the pestilence hit, and especially when those arrows hit, when them nuclear missiles hit, gnashing of teeth. Because our people they're addicted to having fun, having it their way and having fun. They're not prepared. They're not going through the straight gate. All right. And say not, His mercy is great; He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from Him, and His indignation resteth upon sinners. His righteous judgment resteth upon sinners. Right? The Lord ain't got no love for no sinners. Don't listen to what Texas Christianity told you. That's why most of our people are still in that, they in that deep sleep, that docile, no fear. They have no fear. Once again, it say, concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin to sin. Our people ain't got no fear. So they're going to keep on sinning and keep on sinning and keep on sinning. They keep on thinking, oh, the Lord got mercy. He ain't did nothing to me yet. What's one of their favorite words about eating pork? I've been eating pork all my life. Ain't nothing happened to me yet. Okay. This is the point. Verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance. You're going to go down with the ship. You're going to go down in your security. While you tucked away in your bed, you didn't hear the warning. You didn't hear the warning. You probably even heard it faintly. But you in a good dream, man. You partying. You probably having a wet dream or whatever it is that make you're not getting up. And you really gonna have a wet dream when the ship go down. Shit. That's crazy how that went. You gonna really wet dream forever. You gonna wake up in the spiritual world like, damn, that's me? Damn. I wish I would have heard the warning. I wish I would have heard the warning. I wish I would have paid attention to the warning. I wish I would have took the warning seriously. You know, so to y'all that's awake, you're alive, the Lord is quickening in you, you're alive and well, you're doing the things pleasing to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Hey man, let me get a precept on this. And probably gonna close out on that. I'll go to the damn plantation, all right? Proverbs 29 and 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish, right? Blessed are your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear. A lot of people don't have the vision. The Lord didn't give them the vision. He didn't give them the understanding. Blessed are your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear. The ship is going down. Oh, this is one of the best parts about this precept, right? It says, where there is no vision, the people perish. That means the people going to die, right? But he that keepeth the law, happy is he, all right? Now, we're not all about the law, but we're doing our best to rehearse the righteous acts. Happy is he. You that have heard this truth, we have a better confidence in Yahweh Shem Yahushua toward the things that's about to happen. We have a better confidence. Because even though I knew the truth, I was doing things, I was caught up. I was still stuck in the world. I ain't gonna lie. Playing double dutch. I wasn't trying to, but it was just little urges that just, But once the Lord took that away, man, you feel a weight lifted off you. That burden lifted off you. And it was a lot. It took a lot, It was on the Passover, actually, that it happened. I was going through a whole lot, and I was being tried, I was praying, I was fasting, right? And the Lord helped me out. It helped me out, man. He helped me out, and it's been a whole it's been a long time. It's been about over a year, of dealing with certain things, and it's possible. That's what I want to tell you. It's possible. That fear is gonna push things away. It's gonna push things that's not pleasing to the Lord out of your life. You don't want to defile your temple. You don't want to defile your temple, and we rehearse the righteous acts to the best of our ability. You have more confidence. You have more confidence in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The more you see Him working with you, the more you see Him cleaning you up and cleansing you. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And not to give anybody an excuse to go off, but that's why we need Yahweh Shai at the end of the day. At the beginning and the end of the day, He's the beginner and the finisher of our faith. He's the author and the finisher of our faith. So we have to stand on Yahweh Shai. Call Allah Yahweh Shai for giving us such a great big brother, a merciful big brother. A big brother that doesn't mind sharing. A big brother that say, I'm gonna go back for my brothers. Right? I'm gonna go back for my brothers. And for my little sisters. I'm gonna go back for the princes and the princesses of my people, my family. Because Yahweh Shem Shai is only concerned with the children of Israel at the end of the day. Everybody else, y'all just servants to us, to the children of Israel, starting with our Lord and our Savior Yahweh Shai. Y'all servants, y'all gonna do what He tell y'all to do. If not, then y'all gonna get put in that full Nelson. Y'all can get, But anyway, man, I'm gonna close out on that. Hoping this lesson is edifying to the elect. Endure, Yahweh Shai, Rakazai, endure. Let's give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rachak Kodash. And double honors again to the elders and apostles, great millstone, to the whole elect out there. Blessed your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear. You're not crazy. Don't worry about what all these other people got going on. You're not crazy. You ain't lost your mind. You're in tune. You're in tune. You're in a good spot. With that, I'm gonna close out saying, Kwame Nasrallah, Wa Abba Babal.